everybody. Welcome to Hump Day. It is a long week, right? I don't know how about you guys, but I could use some packing help. Good morning, Ivana. Good morning. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Hey, Brooklyn. How you doing? Look at this. I'm getting lipstick all over my darn cup because I accidentally packed my straws. You know what it's like to have to clean that? So anyhow, welcome and thanks for joining, and we're sharing another morning together. And you know, today we're going to talk about stress and where does stress come from, or how do we create stress? And more importantly, how do we release stress so that it doesn't kind of get in our way and block us from getting to that next step and having happiness? So, hey Nina, nice to see you. Nina, did you hear I'm moving? Oh, God. All right, so stress. What creates stress? Well, we have our obvious factors. Sometimes it's financial, emotional, professional, personal. It could be change, right? Change creates stress. Some of us don't like change. Good morning, Daisy. Yes. So some of us don't like change. But ultimately, stress is created because we are not being present. So in the actual presentness, we won't experience stress. But when we are thinking of the future or the past, we will create stress because we don't know the answer yet. We're uncertain of how it's going to work out or unfold. So it creates stress. So let's say you've got your electric bill due, and you know, or you've got your rent due or something along those lines, right? And you just don't have the money, and your payday isn't coming yet, and you're just sitting there going, how is this going to happen? How is this going to work? Oh my goodness, you'll create stress, right? Because it's the unknown, the future. But in the minute you just say, I'm going to trust and I'm going to surrender, you will release the stress. I'm not saying the money's going to come. Don't you wish I could just... I'll tell you, I really do. I wish I could snap my fingers for any of us and just make money magically appear. But we do have to trust that it will show up somewhere and somehow, or that it will work out the way it's supposed to. But it could also be professionally, right? I know during tax season, it would be so stressful, but because I was focused on the workload that wasn't done, the workload that hadn't been completed. And so all of us, when you're focused on what you're not getting or where you're not being able to kind of be on top of it, be in control, right? So that lack of control can also contribute to our stress. We want to control it. I'll tell you though, you can't control anything. I'm telling you, I've tried. We really can't control. Good morning, Rosie. Nice to see you. So when we can give ourselves permission to say, I'm not going to know the outcome right now, and I'm okay with that. I'm not going to be able to control the situation, and I'm okay with that. I'm not going to be able to make this work exactly how I think it should work because Spirit may want it to go in a different direction. I'm okay with that. Rosie, I'm glad you said that. Thank you so much. Awesome. Rosie's at the Spiritual Development Circle that I hold in LA. So listen, I'm going to do some more circles and things after my move because the space is bigger. So, you know, I'm going to hold some very beginner stuff, some intuition stuff, some fun nights. So if you're free and in the LA area, make sure you sign up for the newsletter because I'd love for you to join me and be a part of it. But, all right. So when we are stressing, what happens is it lowers our vibration, right? Stress is a lower vibration. So excitement is a higher vibration. So when we're excited and positive and motivated and woohoo, that's a higher vibration. When we're like, oh my God, how's this going to do? Is this the right thing? Am I doing the right, that's lower vibration. Now, you're not going to be able to get rid of it all. It is what it is. Because we get triggered. Something will happen, you get triggered. Something moves along, whatever the case may be. But when the stress happens, so when the stress kind of kicks in, it's then immediately try to recognize it. Because I'll tell you, it's sneaky, that stress. It will fester inside of you. It will sit inside of you, and you'll create anxiety or even panic attacks or anything like that. Heart palpitations. I mean, honestly, stress can really do some physical damage if we allow it to take over our bodies and our minds. Okay, so in the moment that you're experiencing stress, which I'm telling you, I do believe that we all, I'm glad, Linda. I do believe that we all experience stress because we all sometimes forget to be present. We can all try to be present and set our intention to be present. And hopefully some of us are that way all the time. But when I spoke to David G., it was very eye-opening because he was saying, listen, I get mad and I get upset and I get anxious, and it's in those moments that I gotta listen to my own meditation and find my sweet spot. And it made me laugh because he's human, right? Here's your meditation guru of the world, and yet that man can find himself stressed and anxious, right? Oh, thank you, Elise. Thank you. So if David G gets stressed, then we all get stressed. Because that man, right? For any of you who know him. If you don't know him, you got to find out who he is. Amazing. Okay? So, all right. When you're in this moment, guys, breathe. First step, breathe. And I always say in through your nose and out through your mouth. That's actually a runner's breath for anyone who doesn't know. Some yogi people might take it on and all, but a runner's breath. Just try it with me one more time. Just give it a go with me, right? Really. I mean, don't you just feel that right there, right? Right? Let's just do that the rest of the coffee with Colby. So when you do that, automatically, it just takes you into a more presentness, slows you down. So that's our first step. The second step is to become present. And you say, I hear this mindfulness. I hear this presentness. I don't understand what that means. I don't either. No. What it means is, rather than focusing on 5 minutes of the future, 5 minutes of the past, you literally take yourself into this exact moment. And literally watch. In this exact moment, we can't be feeling stress, right? We can just be feeling this present moment. So that can immediately release the stress. Now, the third thing is you got to work on your trust issues, right? So if you're really stressing out, again, I think it's normal, but there's probably some triggering of stress issues underneath of it because you feel a desire to want to control it. So you're not trusting how it's happening organically, or trusting how it's going to work out, or trusting that the team is going to work it out. So when we can work on our trust, that will also help us release the stress because it's not our job to fix it, right? The last thing is to stay positive. We want to stay positive through the experience because when you're really stressful, it can be difficult to remain positive. But you do your best. Try to remain positive. Think of something good. Think of something that excites you. And always remember, no matter what you're going through, there's always a silver lining. There's always something to be learned. And the other thing is start taking some action. So when you are stressed out about a situation, it is about breathing and being present and being mindful and surrendering and trusting and doing all of those things. But then just kind of look at it strategically. What actions can I take that are within my power to start working on this issue that is creating stress for me? And sometimes you can take action and sometimes you can't. Okay, but when you take the steps to do the part that you can do, it will actually release the stress because you'll feel like you're doing something. Hey, I'm at least doing my part. So do your part, but just try not to stress over it. Try not to feel that you gotta fix it and you gotta control it. And exactly, Daisy, it's making a plan. Like, so if we can make a plan. Now, again, for any of you who work with spirit, you can make a plan all day long, but you know how that spirit is. Sometimes they'll be like, they'll just watch, they'll do this. I'm coming back. Oh, you've got a plan? This is spirit, right? Oh, you've got a plan? Well, that's not what we see for you. And then they do what they want to do. So you have to be flexible that can come up, okay? That situation can actually happen. But when it does, it's trusting it. All right, this is where I'm supposed to go. This is where I'm supposed to go. So allowing yourself to trust the flow, trust where you're supposed to go. All of those things. So that's a lot of stuff. I get it. A lot of stuff. But those in itself are the steps that you can take. That within itself will help you kind of trust what is happening. Trust that it's happening for a bigger reason. Trust that you can do whatever you can do, but it's also about surrendering and letting it go. Trusting your team. And not so focused on the outcome or focused on what you can't control or focused on what's going wrong. Okay, good morning, Amelia. Nice to see you, sweetie. Sometimes message seems so random and it's finding context. Perfect, Catherine. I love that. It is finding maybe how does it fit for you, or serenity prayer is a good one, right? What is it? God give me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. I don't know. You know which one I mean. She's right. I don't know the exact prayer. I could Google it, but since I'm doing live, I can't right now. But somebody can post it if you want. That's a great one. But it is about accepting and surrendering and trusting. Accepting, surrendering, and trusting. So here's what you're going to do. When you're feeling stressed or you're feeling bottled or something's happening, what I want you to do is just say, dear spirit, guides, and angels, in this moment, I surrender to you. In this moment, I trust the path I am on. And in this moment, I will be present and mindful of the situation that I am ever flowing love. And just allowing something like that, whatever works for you, create your own phrase, but whatever works for you. Just having your own, so whether it's that serenity prayer or something that's personal to you, allowing, and just in those moments, it can just bring us such a level of balance, okay? Because when we feed into the stress, what are we going to do? We're going to manifest more stress. And you can physically make yourself ill. You can physically create some truly significant ailments if you allow this stress to win, all right? So let's kick stress to the curb. All right. When it comes in, because it's always going to come in, when it comes in, we're going to let it go. We're going to work on these techniques we talked about. And we're going to raise our vibration. And we're going to accept. And we're going to have some fun. And what we're going to do is get through this darn hump day together. Thank you, Nina. That's perfect. Perfect. Thank you. So here's the deal. Tomorrow night, I have live with Colby, Psychic Rebel. And what we're going to do is I have Medium Fleur coming on. All right. So Medium Fleur, she's amazing for anyone who doesn't know. Good friend of mine. Love her. She's going to be on the show. We're going to take some questions. So, get in that call queue. Try to get in. And she's going to talk about our upcoming events. She's got a teaching class and a den with Tony Stockwell. I did an interview with him. You can go back into YouTube and watch all of the old episodes of Live with Colby Psychic Rebel. I mean, there are some incredible interviews with some amazing spiritual light workers, right? We have Lisa Williams on one of them. Paul Jacobs is in another. I mean, amazing. Such amazing. David G. we talked about. Mira Kelly's in them. I mean, you know, and then tomorrow night is Fleur. They're really helpful, you guys. I mean, these are masters in their field. You know, these are masters. And they're sharing their insight and their gifts. Andy Bing is on one of them. Amazing stuff. So go back and watch them, you know. And when we listen to ourselves and guide and just tune in and share, I'll tell you what, that in itself will release some stress. Really, it does. And I miss you too, Amelia. Not the same without you, honey. So anyhow, all right, you guys. There you go. Hope you have a fabulous hump day. Thanks for sharing with me, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye.